Tanya for Thursday, the 19th of Teves. In today's lesson, everyone is immersed in Torah study, prayer, etc., may still have a vibrant animal-like soul, fully capable of expression. It is merely snoozing at these times when one's love and fear of God are being consciously nurtured. However, only preoccupation does not holy preoccupation. However, holy preoccupation does not preclude its potential awakening.
Until now, we have been speaking of a working man who does not have the opportunity to spend all of his time in Torah study and divine service. Now the discussion turns to the individual who spends all his time immersed in the study of Torah.
מי שבתורת השם תקצורו ויהגה בה יומם ולילה לשמה, אין בנו הוכחה כלל שנדחף הרע ממקומו.
Even if one's entire aspiration is in God's Torah, which he studies day and night for its own sake, this is still no proof whatever that the evil has been dislodged from its place.
אלא יכול להיות שמהותו ועצמותו הוא בתפו ובגבורתו במקומו בחלל השמאלי.
Perhaps rather the essence and substance of the evil are in their full strength and might in its abode in the left part of the heart.
רק שלראשם שהן מחשבה דיבור ומעשה של נפש הבהמית אינן מתלבשים במוח והפה והידיים ושאר אברי הגוף.
Except that its garments, namely the thought, speech, and action of the animal soul, are not invested in the brain, mouth, and hands, and other parts of the body, to think and to do that which is forbidden.
מפני השם שנתן שליטה וממשלה למוח על הלב.
Because God has granted the mind supremacy and dominion over the heart.
ולכן נפש האלוקית שבמוח מושלת בעיר קטנה אברי הגוף כולם.
Therefore, the divine soul in the mind rules over the small city, i.e., over the parts of the body, making them the body's organs, service, garments, and vehicles.
שיהיה לבוש ומרכבה.
I.e., as a means of expression, garment, this is totally subservient to its user, as is a vehicle to its rider. Thus, because of its God-given supremacy, the divine soul is able to use the body's organs as a garment and vehicle.
משלושה לבושיה שיתלבשו בהם שהם מחשבה דיבור ומעשה של תרי"ג מצוות התורה.
Through which its three garments, namely through the thought, speech, and action of the Torah's 613 commandments, are expressed or enclosed. It may be then that with regard to this individual's thinking and speaking words of Torah and performing the mitzvahs, the divine soul rules over the body. In this area, the divine soul has the upper hand and the animal soul is subservient.
אבל מיעוטה ועצמותה של נפש האלוקית אין לה שליטה וממשלה על מהותה ועצמותה של נפש הבהמית בבינוני.
However, in its essence and substance, the divine soul has no preponderance over the essence and substance of the animal soul in the case of a Beinoni.
כי אם בשעה שאהבת השם הוא להתגלות ליבו.
Except at those times when his love for Hashem manifests itself in his heart.
בעתים מזומנים כמו בשעת התפילה הכיוצא בה.
On propitious occasions such as during prayer and the like. Then, as mentioned in the previous chapter, the Beinoni is aroused to a burning love of Hashem that causes the evil of the animal soul to be nullified before the goodness of the divine soul.
ואף גם זאת פעם,
even then, during those times when the divine soul gains the upper hand over the animal soul,
אינה רק שליטה וממשלה לבד.
It is limited to preponderance and dominion alone, i.e., the divine soul succeeds in dominating the animal soul, not in vanquishing it, in the sense of nullifying its essence.
כדכתיב, ולאום מלאום יאמץ.
As it is written of the battle between Yaakov and Esau, allegorically representing the war between good and evil and the man's soul. And one nation shall prevail over the other. Yaakov exemplifying the good merely prevails over Esau, the evil, which does not succeed in totality vanquishing him.
כשזה קם זה נופל, וכשזה קם הוא לא.
This agrees with our sage's comment on the verse. When this one rises and prevails, that one falls, and when that one rises, this one falls. The animal soul, although it had fallen during prayer, is afterwards able to rise and rally once again, indicating that the divine soul has not succeeded in vanquishing it during prayer, for which reason even its dominance is only temporary.
שנפש האלוקית מתאמצת ומתגברת על נפש הבעמית במקור הגבורות שהיא בינה. בינה.
Right. Is it next? Or no. I guess I didn't
Wait,
read.
but first read this.
Yeah.
Thus the divine.
Thus the divine soul gains strength and ascendancy over the animal soul in the source of strength, the ruras, which is understanding, Bina. In Kabbalist's description of the spheres, Bina is the source of Gevura. In terms of one's divine soul, this means that the source of its strength, Gevura, to combat the animal soul is found in its faculty of understanding, Bina, the faculty with which it understands the greatness of Hashem.
להתבונן בגדולת השם אינסוף ברוך הוא ולהוליט באהבה עזה להשם כרשפי אש בחלל הימני שבליבו.
Thus, when the divine soul gains strength over the animal soul during prayer, pondering on the greatness of Hashem, the blessed Ein Sof, and thereby giving birth to intense flaming love of Hashem in the right part of his heart.
ואז ייקח יסתר אחרא שבחלל השמאלי.
And then, when the divine soul dominates the animal soul with its intense and revealed love of Hashem, the Sitra Achra, the evil of the animal soul in the left part of the heart, is subjugated.
אבל לא נתבטל לגמרי בבינוני אלא בצדיק שנאמר בו וליבי חלל בטבעי.
But it is not entirely abolished in the case of the Beinoni. It is so only in a tzaddik, concerning whom it is said, "My heart is void within me." The abode of the heart, usually occupied by the evil inclination, is void in the heart of a tzaddik.
והוא מואס ברע ושונאו בתכלית השנאה והמיאוס או שלו בתכלית השנאה כנזכר לעיל.
He, the tzaddik, despises and loathes evil with a consummate hatred. If he is a complete tzaddik or without quite such utter hatred, if he is an incomplete tzaddik, as explained in chapter 10.
אבל בבינוני הוא דרך השל כאדם שישן ויכול לחזור ולאור משנתו.
All the above applies to the tzaddik, but in a Beinoni, the evil merely lies dormant, as with the sleeping man, for example, who can awaken from his sleep at any time and reactivate his faculties.
כך הרע בבינוני הוא כישן בחלל השמאלי.
This is the evil in the Beinoni dormant, as it were, in the left part of the heart, not functioning at all, not even desiring physical pleasures.
בשעת קריאת שמע ותפילה שבליבו בוחר אהבת השם.
During the recital of the Shema and the Amidah, when his heart is aglow with the love of Hashem, causing the evil of the animal soul to be dormant.
ואחר כך יכול להיות חוזר ונאור.
Therefore, after prayer, it can reawaken. Were this so, how could such a sage like Rabbah, who never neglected his Torah study for even a moment, make the mistake of classifying himself as a Beinoni? However, the Alter Rebbe's definition of Beinoni as one who does not sin in practice does not seem to satisfy this difficulty. Indeed, as the Alter Rebbe explained in chapter 12, if Beinoni never sins, yet he has sinful desires. Rabbah, who was in fact a tzaddik, must have known full well that he was free of such desire. How then could he have mistakenly classified himself as a Beinoni? According to the discussion which now follows concerning the level of Beinoni, who never even desired evil, this matter is readily understood.
ולכן היה רבה מחזיק עצמו בבינוני, אף לא הסיק חומיה מגירוסה.
For this reason, Rabba considered himself a Beinoni, though his mouth never ceased from Torah study.
ובתורת השם חפצו יומם ולילה, וחפיצה וחשיקה ותשוקה.
And his desire was in studying Hashem's Torah day and night, with a craving, desire, and longing.
ונפש שוקקה להשם באהבה רבה, כבשעת קריאת שמע ותפילה.
His soul yearning for Hashem with overwhelming love, such as that experienced during the recitation of the Shema and Amidah. During prayer, as mentioned above, the Beinoni's heart is aroused to a level of Hashem so passionate that it does not feel the evil of his animal soul at all. Rabba, however, experiences arousal of love not only during prayer but throughout the day. Therefore, his animal soul was always dormant, and he never desired mundane matters.
ונדמה בעיניו כבינוני המתפלל כל היום.
It was therefore possible for him to consider himself a Beinoni, for he appeared in his own eyes as a Beinoni who prays all day, i.e., a Beinoni who throughout the day retains a level during the prayer, during prayer.
וכמאמר רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, הלוואי שיתפלל אדם כל היום כולו.
As indeed our sages have said, would that a man pray the whole day long. Such a Beinoni is consistently avoiding the love of Hashem, and consequently, his desire for evil is always dormant, as explained. Therefore, the absence of any evil desire did not conclusively prove to Rabba that evil is tzaddik. It was still possible for him to maintain that he was a Beinoni who prays all day long. What emerges from all that has been said is that even during prayer, when the Beinoni succeeds in arousing his love of Hashem and rendering evil dormant, his divine soul has merely prevailed over his animal soul, but has not vanquished it. For which reason, it is possible for this state to cease after prayer. Therefore, the Beinoni's level of divine service is not considered truthful when compared to the service of a tzaddik. For truth implies continuity and consistency. Takeaway: it is not healthy to think that you are a tzaddik and that you rid yourself of all evil, because then you think that you are perfect and have no need to battle.